15, Arizona.
Aldo, thanks. The woman punched and violently dragged during a traffic stop. ABC 15 was the first station to speak with the woman at the center of this controversy. ABC 15's Aldo Vasquez is live at Goodyear Police Headquarters. And Aldo, I understand that you just got a copy of the police report. Do you know what escalated the situation?
Yeah, that's right, Stephanie. Goodyear Police just handing over this police report. In it, it states that the officer was fearful for his life because it appeared like 38-year-old Renee Armenta was reaching for a weapon behind her back, and so he had no choice but to try to get control of the situation. But he also states that he was worried that her passenger might jump in on the attack.
I'm a mom. I stay home. I got my kids. It shouldn't happen to anybody. It shouldn't have to happen to anybody.
This bump on 38-year-old Renee Armenta's head, the result of this right hook to the face. Armenta dragged on the asphalt by a Goodyear police officer following a struggle, all captured on video yesterday. You see the officer pull his gun when a passenger steps out of the car.
I just thought the worst. Thought it was going to die or something. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on.
A routine traffic stop led to this melee. Armenta was pulled over for a traffic violation and driving on a suspended license. She says she knew she shouldn't have been driving, but had to get an emergency at her son's school. She says the officer was aggressive from the beginning and she just wanted answers.
I kind of was like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? What am I being arrested for?
The police report states the officer was terrified when Armenta became argumentative and pushed away. It states he had no choice when it looked like she was reaching for a weapon and fearful that her passenger would jump in on the attack. Armenta says she panicked.
I was what's going to happen with my kids. You know, my house, I'm the only one who takes care of everything. You guys won't even tell me my charges.
Goodyear police releasing this statement saying, when a conflict with a suspect occurs during an arrest, this presents a challenging and often dangerous situation for our arresting officers. The top priority of the Goodyear Police Department is the safety of the public as well as our officers.
And inside Armenta's car, police found drug paraphernalia and marijuana. Armenta claims that those things did not belong to her. Meanwhile, Goodyear police tell me that in the interest of transparency and public trust, they are handing over this case to the Surprise Police Department, and they will be taking over this investigation. Reporting live in Goodyear tonight, Aldo Vasquez, ABC 15, Arizona.
All right, Aldo, thank you.
First at 6, a developing story and a controversial arrest caught on camera.
Now, a Valley man is suing the sheriff's office, claiming an excessive use of force. Take a look.
What have I done wrong? Watch out, watch out! I'll get on the ground. What have I done wrong? Stop!
This man's attorney claims deputies tortured his client, allowing a canine officer to bite him for more than 3 minutes while in handcuffs.
ABC 15's Aldo Vasquez looking into this for us tonight, and also what led up to all of this. Aldo?
Well, Steve, it was an argument between two drivers during a trip to the Salt River last July that sparked all this. Shane McGuff allegedly tried to keep a sheriff's deputy from searching the truck that he was riding in. That's when a scuffle took place, and it was during that fight that a sheriff's deputy was injured. McGuff's attorney says that his client was attacked by a canine for over 3 minutes while he was in handcuffs, and his client believes that what that canine did to him was in retaliation for that fight at the river.
There was no justification for it.
Take a look at this video. An attack 27-year-old Shane McGuff's attorney says is unlawful and torture. Here's how it went down. MCSO hauled McGuff in last July at the Salt River after a fight broke out between him and deputies who say McGuff attempted to physically prevent them from searching his truck.
He took a somewhat aggressive stance towards what he thought was an illegal search of the vehicle. He didn't initiate any physical contact with these deputies.
McGuff was eventually arrested, brought to a substation where inside of a cell he was attacked by a police canine, according to attorney Stephen Guy. This is where their stories split.
He was verbal, he was vocal, but he did nothing to justify this really cruel and horrific attack on him.
MCSO says they cannot say anything pending ongoing litigation, but both sides are sticking to their stories, and McGuff now looking to hold the sheriff's office accountable.
The use of a canine in this situation is only justified where there's a threat to the people involved or others. There wasn't any threat.
And moments ago, Sheriff Paul Penzone releasing this statement saying, quote, "The complexities of this event are and have been under thorough review, evaluation, and litigation. We will provide appropriate details and response to this event at the conclusion of the internal investigation and litigation," end quote. Meanwhile, McGuff's attorney says that the sheriff's deputy that was injured in that initial fight has filed a lawsuit against his client, but because he's not representing him in that case, he can't comment. Obviously, this event far from over, and we're going to continue to stay on top of this and bring you the latest details as we get them. For now, reporting live in downtown Phoenix, Aldo Vasquez, ABC 15, Arizona.
Aldo, thanks. Tonight we're getting new insight into a possible Valley
For this country.
and feeling a sense of duty to be there and to show up. Let's check in with Aldo Vasquez. He's over at McCain's office in Phoenix. Aldo?
Yeah, good evening, Katie. As the news of Senator McCain's passing continues to spread around the world, I'm out here in front of the senator's office near Camelback and 22nd Street. Now, we're told by security here that if people want to come down and drop off flowers and help honor and remember his legacy, they can do so by coming out here in front of the building. It's still pretty quiet out here since the news of his passing, and we haven't seen anybody from McCain's office just yet, but I will continue to be out here through the rest of the evening as we continue our coverage of the passing of Senator John McCain. For now, reporting live in Phoenix, Aldo Vasquez, ABC 15, Arizona.
Thanks so much, Aldo. The White House lowering flags to half staff tonight. I don't have any word on whether the president has weighed in. I know the vice.
He is live at the airport in near 24th Street in Van Buren tonight. Aldo, what have you learned? What happened out there?
Well, Nick, Danielle, we're looking at a very big crime scene out here, and to give you an idea of just how big, 2 mobile command units have just arrived here to help with the investigation. At the center of all this, a room on the 2nd floor of the airport in here near 25th Street and Van Buren. Initially, the call came in around 7:49 about a verbal argument going on in there, and then people heard shots fired. When police arrived on scene, they found 4 people with gunshot wounds. Now, if you go ahead and roll the tape, you get a sense of just how chaotic the scene was here as officers rushed the room there on that 2nd floor, and then we noticed victims being rolled out on stretchers. We noticed at least 4, 3 women, 1 male that we could see being loaded into ambulances, taken to local trauma centers here in Phoenix. Last check that we know, 2 of them are in critical condition. The other 2 have non-life-threatening injuries. We also did see a couple people being placed in handcuffs and then being loaded into the back of police units. No word yet from police what their connection is to the crime scene out here. As far as they are concerned, the shooter is still out there, armed and dangerous, and they're looking for an African-American male. Now, back out here live, just to give you a quick recap, you can see that this is still a very active scene, and things are developing here very, very quickly. Just to wrap things up for you, 4 people shot, 3 women, 1 man, 2 with critical injuries, the other 2 with non-life-threatening injuries. You should be aware that if you are traveling out here in the area, there are some road closures for the next couple of hours while they continue to wrap up their investigation out here. 25th Street between Monroe and Van Buren will be shut down for the next couple of hours as police continue their investigation out here, and the search for that suspect is still on the hunt right now. Reporting live in Phoenix, Aldo Vasquez, ABC 15, Arizona.